Yeah. Hello.
Hello everyone, very good morning, good evening. Just give me 1 second, I will start the session. For that, let me share my screen.
Dinesh, Kiran here. I tried to use this put command in SnowSQL from Mac machine. I'm it's failing how many other times I tried. Can I show you?
Can you please send that screenshot to me? What was the error it is coming?
Let me please.
So we have a WhatsApp group, right? So for this batch, you can share in that group.
So many times I tried. And, at the
Dinesh,
rate
this is
build symbol I
here.
tried.
I remember you were saying something like Mac it is not supported for the Snow SQL CLI command.
Snow CLI.
Yeah.
I
Is that the reason maybe?
Slack. I mean,
so when you have downloaded, which version of the CLI you have downloaded? So if you observe here, we have different versions for the Mac, and then so Mac, I don't think. So here,
I
if you have
downloaded from internet. I couldn't find anything here.
say this, right? It will these are the things it will support. So, but the MacBook, I am not sure. I will check is there any possibilities is there.
Okay, when it is not possible, how to do that put command in this case?
You don't have any Windows machine? 1, 2, 3, test the red put. So what is the error? So file does not exist.
Mostly that is the error I'm getting.
Is that file is available in this location?
Yes. I used that one to load other table EMP, and I created a table structure EMP underscore user similar to what you tried yesterday. That worked from SnowSQL. I mean CLI. After that, I tried using this put command.
I think you need to use 3 slashes after file protocol.
I that as well on our possibilities. I explored almost like 10 times. I tried. After that, I thought of checking with.
Okay, fine. I will also check once first with any other persons. Okay, who is using Mac?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. So let's start the session. Okay. So what we have done in the previous session, so we have used user stage area, right? So what is the user stage? Why you are using user stage here? There is a user level restriction, right? So when you have a user level restriction, so we are going to use user stage area. Now the same way, so we have the table stage, the table stage. So here, so why we required a table stage here? The table stage, this is so for if you have any related to the table stage, it means every table will have a table stage area. If you wanted to any restriction between the tables, so a user stage, user level restriction, table stage represented with @ table name, table name. Here we have table level restriction, restriction. So when you are working with a table stage, you have a table level restriction. So let's see that. So how we are going to work with this. Now, user stage and then table stage. What we discussed, no need to create a user stage area, no need to create a table stage area. So by default, these things will be automatically, it will be created. Automatically, these two things will be created, user stage as well as table stage. So now, so when it is coming to, if you observe whatever the tables we created here, EMP table as well as EMP underscore user table. If you observe these tables, by default, table stage will be available for these two things. If you wanted to see that, the list, the rate, percentage, EMP, right? This is a table stage for the EMP. When the table is created, by default stage will be created for the table. And at the same time, if you observe list at the rate percentage EMP underscore user, this is another table, right? Which you have created. Now, if you observe for this table also, you have a table stage. When you created a table, by default, table stage will be created. By default, table stage will be created here. Now, our requirement is okay. So by using a table stage area, we wanted to load the data into our the Snowflake. We wanted to load the data into our the Snowflake tables by using table stage. Whatever the data files, it is available here. Let's say, for example, so if you come to this, see this one, this is a table stage. So here we have a some of the files, right? So if you wanted to load these files by using a table stage area, how to do that? We will see that. So if you wanted to load, so for example, in the previous session, we loaded only one file. Now we will see how to load multiple files and then so how to load specific columns also in this particular session. Now, what is our requirement? The table, by using a table stage area, we wanted to load these particular files, whatever is available in this particular folder, right? So for that, so what is the three steps? So here we have to perform the first file to the stage, then stage to the table. Before that, we should have a table structure need to be created in our Snowflake, right? Now let's create a table. So for the table stage implementation, to do that, we will create a table here. So we will change it according to our requirement, create a replace table. The table will use emp underscore. So table stage tbl underscore stg. Just to understand this table we have created for a table stage area, right? Now observe this one. We created this. Observe this one. Create a replace table. This is a table name, column names, data type. We have created a table. Now we created a table here. The table is created, right? If you observe this, table is available, tbl underscore stage. We are using for a table stage. That's why we have given the naming convention like this. Now, so once we have given this, now if you observe this list, for example, list at the rate percentage, what is the table name? EMP L underscore stage. When you observe this, you can able to see this one. You can able to see the name and then size and then MD5 function and then last modified date. So we have this information, right? So we have this information. So column names and then all these things. The tables, it means the table stage is created when you created a table. Now, so what if you wanted to load the data into this table, what we need? So we need to keep the file into this particular table stage area, right? So to keep the file into the table stage area, so what we have to do? We have to use a put command, right? So let's modify the put command here. If you observe this, see this, so put and then the file path. So we will modify the path according to this, and where we need to keep that. So we are going to keep that file into at the rate percentage. What is the table name? emp underscore table stg. This is a table name. We have to keep that particular file into this particular stage area, and this is the path, right? This is the path. Now, so when you planning to implement this is the path. So let's pick the path from here. Come to this, and then any one specific file, hold shift button and right click. You will get copy as a path, and then come here, and then now observe this one. So what we are doing, so put file, and then so we are going to give this particular path, right? This is the path. So we are going to keep the file from here to this particular stage area, this particular stage area. Now, can you able to execute this put command in our user interface? No, right? If you observe this, see this one, UI, user interface, put command will not work. Put command will not work. Now, if you wanted to work with this, then what you have to do? We have to connect to our CLI. Let's come to command prompt. Just try to execute command prompt. And so how to connect to this? Snow SQL space minus a means account space our account details. Account details are from here to here. Now observe this one, from here to here, right? Now come here and then right click. So now we are going to connect to Snowflake. Now once it is connected, so it will ask you the username. Username is Snowflake. It is the username. And then what about the password? This is the password. So just I have given the password, given the username and then password. So this is Snowflake. And then, I mean the it is wrong. Let me spelling mistake. Let me try to connect again. User, sorry, it should be Snowflake 8. It is the user, and then I'm giving the password. So when I give the username and password, it will be connected. Now we need to use warehouse, right? Use warehouse name, and then use database, and then database name. Now here we have to execute this put command. Now observe this put command. Just copy this one and come here, execute it. Now what it will happen? It is going to keep the file into this particular stage. If you observe list the rate percentage table name, this is a stage area. The file is available, right? So now the first step is done. We kept the file into our local system to our our table stage area. It's done. Next, what we need to do, we have to execute. So copy command, right? When it is coming to the copy command, just observe this. Let's modify this. Copy into table. What is the table name? This is a table name. Copy into table from stage at the rate percentage table name. And so we are giving the file format option. Now when you execute this, copy into table, copy into this table from the stage area. In the stage file is available. We can execute it from here, right? Now what will happen here? It is going to copy the data from this particular stage into this table, right? It is done. But so why we are using specifically the table stage area? There will be a table level restriction. Now the data has been loaded to the table. If you observe this, see this one, you can able to see the data, right? Now, what is the main intention behind using table stage area? Table level restriction. It means now the file is available in this stage. The file is available here in this particular stage. Now, if the file is available, the same file, I wanted to use it for another table. Can I able to use it or not? Let's assume this here. So if the table structure is same, so then I wanted to use it for another table. For example, we will create another table called test stage underscore test. Observe this one. Now let's create a replace table, table name, column names, data type. Now let's create this one. See this, right? So we created a table structure, right? When you create a table structure, this table also will have a table stage area, right? Now, so the structure is same, both the table structure is same, and we already the file is available in one of the stage area, right? One of the stage area. Now this particular thing we wanted to load it into that particular table. If you wanted to do that, now what we will do, copy into table underscore test, right? Copy into this table from this particular existing stage area, because the file already which is it is available here. It is available here. So if you wanted to try this, see this one. If you execute this, what will happen? See this, access to the stage of a table, this particular stage, right? So with the schema in another table, see this one, this particular stage, when you are trying to access to another table, it is not allowed. It is not allowing us because there is a table level restriction. When it is coming to the table stage area, we will have a table level restriction. Now, if you wanted to load into this particular table, what you have to do? Again, you need to load that particular file into this particular table. If you don't have any table level restriction kind of thing, so what we can do is we can able to load the data to this particular table stage area. Now for that, what we have to do, so already when the table is created, table stage will be there, right? Now, so we will change the table name here, table stage area test. We are trying to keep this particular thing, right? If you observe it here, see this one, put file, and so we are going to implement this. It's not copied properly. Let me copy one more time. Observe this, copy, and come here. Now we are going to keep the same file into the different stage area underscore test table related to that particular stage. So once it is uploaded, what happened? Not taking time. It's uploaded, right? It is uploaded now. The file is available here. Now if you execute this copy command, but so this particular thing is not possible, then what you have to do, from the same stage where we kept the file, the stage related to this particular table, right? This stage is related to this particular table, so it will accept. If the different stage, so to the different table, it will not allow us. See this one now here. Now it is loaded. So now if you refresh it here, you can able to see the data here, right? So we have, it is done. Okay, this is fine now. Now, so another requirement, for example, sorry, here, how many like things we have loaded here. We have loaded the only like one specific file, right? For example, if you wanted to load multiple files, once the file is loaded, I mean, by using a put command into the stage, if you try to execute the same if you try to upload the same file, Snowflake will not allow. It will try to identify only unique files also it will try to allow. For example, if you observe, again we are like executing the same command to load the same file into the same stage area. If you observe, see this one, what is the status? Status is skipped. Status is skipped. It is not allowing us to load the data into this particular table. It is not at all allowing us to load the data into this one, right? So in these particular situations, what we need to do when it is not allowing, so this is not possible, right? So once it is loaded, the file, same file it will not allow because already the file is existing. How it will identify? By using MD5 function. So if you observe, so this particular stage list at the red stage, you can able to see MD5 function. This will be unique. So based on the file name and then timestamp, and then it will identify that. And if you wanted to load the all the files, for example, here in this location, we have three files, right? All the three files are a same structure. All the three files are same structure. If you wanted to load any all the files into the stage area, then if you wanted to pick any specific file, how to do that, we will see that now. So if you wanted to load all the files, so let's observe this. What you have to do is here, instead of one, you can give star. When you give star, what will happen? It will start with employee, and then so after that, whatever you have, everything it is going to pick, right? Now let's observe this. When I'm using a put command for the same thing, same table, here let's copy one more time and observe this. It will try to load. How many files is there? Three files. In this particular directory we have three files. If you observe, we are giving star. One already it is available in the stage area. Employee one already is available. See this one already it is available. If you observe, whatever the file it is available, it will be skipped. Remaining files, whatever is not available, it will be uploaded. See this, it will be uploaded. But so what about the this one? So if you observe the stage, if you wanted to go to the previous command, right? So you can just simply use up arrow or down arrow. See this one, up arrow I have used. We can able to see this one, different MD5, right? So MD5 details are different MD5 functions here. Now, for example, so if you try to execute the same command one more time, all the three files has been loaded, right? All the three files has been loaded. Now, if you try to execute one more time, here, see this one, it will not allow you to load. All are skipped. All are skipped. It is not trying to allow you to load. All has been skipped here. So in this particular situation, so it will not allow you to load because all the files already loaded. Now, okay, the three files is available here, right? When you have multiple files in a stage area, if all the files are same structure, you can directly load the data into this particular table. If the files are same structure, if you run the copy command, it will pick all the table, all the files, and then it will load. But whatever the file it is loaded, it won't pick that particular file. It won't pick that particular file. Remaining will be loaded. But here our requirement is For example, if you have 10 files or if you have 20 files in that particular stage area, we wanted to pick only any specific file implementation. If you wanted to pick only specific file, then what you can do is, so you can use pattern option. You can use pattern option like this. Observe this one. We can use pattern option. When you are coming to the pattern option, so this one, so based on our requirement, for example, here, let's use, so pattern here. What will happen is here, this is the syntax within the single quotes. You will give, so dot star the employee table name, employee one to, if you want to pick all the files 1 2 3, and if you wanted to pick only the file 2, you can give only the file 2. If you wanted to pick only the file 3, you can pick file 3. And if you wanted to pick, but the structure should be the same, structure should be same, then only it will pick. Otherwise it will not pick the file, it will fail, right? For example, if you wanted to pick only the file, the 5, right, you can able to pick. For example, in a particular stage, if you have a different file names, right, then what you can do, you can give the here, after that you can give comma, and then you can give the different file name. For example, you have EMP, we have a DEPT, you can give that particular file name, then those files it is going to pick. Now here, if I give already file 1, it's already uploaded, right? employee1.csv.zz. So how the file looks like here, if you observe here, see this one, what is a like file, how it is available in the stage here. If you observe list at the red stage, see this one, how it looks like. The file it is available employee1.csv.zz. The same file name we are giving here, employee1.csv.zz. Whatever the files we require, only specify the file name. If you don't specify file name, what will happen? It will try to pick everything. It will try to pick all the files. Now, file 1 already it has been loaded into this particular table. If you try to load one more time, what will happen here? It will skip that particular file. By default, it will not allow you to load the duplicate files, right? Now, if you observe, see this one, same file we are trying to load. See this, what it is telling, copy executed, but 0 files processed. So why 0 files processed? The file, so which already, so it is the data from this particular file, it is already available in this table. So it is going to maintain the backend. So the details, so based on the MD5 function, it is going to identify whether the file has been loaded or not. So based on that, it will not allow you to load the same file one more time. For example, if I give 2 here, it will load. If I give 3 here, it will load only the specific file, only one file. If I don't mention any pattern here, then what will happen is it will try to pick all the files. It will try to pick all the files. For example, I will comment this and we are going to run only this one, only this command. Now, if you observe, already file 1, it is uploaded, right? And file 2 and 3, it is not uploaded. So when you execute this one, now see this, when you execute this one, what you observed? So files, right? So file 2, file 3, it is uploaded into the table, right? Rows passed. So this one, so it is telling that all the 3 files has been loaded now. Now, if you observe, so here you can able to see the data from, so all the 3 files, right? So this is the way how we can pick a specific file by using a pattern option. Now, okay, this is for a multiple files, it is fine. So as in the last session also someone asked the question. So for example, if you have a multiple columns, if you have a multiple columns in a file, but in my table I don't want multiple columns, I will have only the specific columns. Let's say for example, so if you create a table structure, Let's assume that. So if you observe this here, see this one, what you have here. We are going to create a table with a specific columns. Now, if you observe here, see this, what we are going to do is we will create a table. Now, when we are creating a table, I will give the table name as emp underscore specific columns. Just I will give sc to understand it so properly. Emp underscore sc is a specific columns. And so what I am giving here, employee ID, and then employee name, and then employee salary. So only three columns we have here. We are going to create a table. Now let's create a table. Created a table here, right? We created a table. Now let's refresh it here. When you observe this, so this particular table, the structure is created. When the structure is created, when the table is created, the table stage also it is available, right? You can able to see list at the rate percentage emp underscore sc. This also it will be available. It's available, right? It is available now. Now, so when it is coming to this particular thing is stage is available. If you wanted to load the data into this table, we have to load the file into this stage area, right? This particular stage area. Now, when you can able to upload the file into this particular stage, file into this particular stage. So if you wanted to upload it, so what you have to do, whatever the file it is available, any one file we will pick, right? Let's modify this put command according to our requirement. Put command from this, any one file I will pick, for example, employee3 file, and then we are going to load this into emp underscore specific columns sc, right? We are going to load this particular file into this particular stage. But in if you observe in this particular file, let me open that particular file. First, let's copy the file into the stage area. Copy. It's uploaded, right? Now, if you observe, the file is available here in the stage, right? Now, if you check the file, what is available in the file? Any file, if you observe, all the files, it is having how many columns we are having here? See this, employee ID, name, salary, age, and location. Totally, how many columns we have? Totally, 5 columns we have here, right? Totally, we have 5 columns. But when you observe here, so how many columns it is available in the table structure when we created it? We created a table structure with only, see this one, emp underscore sc. How many columns we have? Only 3 columns, right? Only 3 columns it is available here. Now, so how to load this? If you try to, now in the stage, the file is available, right? Now the table structure is available. If I try to load, if you try to load, so now just observe this. If you try to load, what you will do? You will execute a copy command, right? When you are executing copy command, emp underscore sc specific table, and then this particular stage, observe this particular stage, what will happen here? If you try to execute it, so copy into this particular table from the stage. When you are trying to do this, just observe the reason of the failure. See this one, what it is telling here? Here it is telling number of columns in a file, 5. How many columns is there in a file? In a stage which we have uploaded, that is 5, right? Number of columns is 5. Does not match to that. See this one, corresponding table 3. Corresponding table 3. So So file format conditions, it is telling that the mismatch. So the file format conditions, it is like telling, right? So it is number of columns is not matching. Basically, it is telling it is not matching with number of columns in a file, number of columns in a table. In this situation, so what they are telling, so you can use a skip file option or continue on error continue option. We will come to this later. Now, so what we need to do is here in this particular situation, when the columns is not matching, what we can do is we can use specific column selection from a stage area, specific column selection from a stage area. So by using $1, $2, $3 options. For example, it's $1 means nothing but column 1 from a stage. It is column 1 from a stage. So now, so just a minute, 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now, so here if you observe, this is the error it is showing, right? So here, so 5 columns, it is not matching with the corresponding table. So extra columns is available in the stage. So we have uploaded in the file, right? But in a table, we have a less columns. To overcome this, what we have to do is we have to use this particular option. For example, so when we are picking the things from the stage area, in place of this, what we are going to do is say this, select $1, select $1, $1, nothing but column 1, and then so $2, nothing but column 2. So when you are doing this, we need to know specifically what all the columns the in the sequence we need to pick. Then only we can able to implement this. So observe this one, what you are doing here. So copy into the table from, instead of giving complete thing from a stage area, we are specifically mentioning $1, $2, $3 from this particular stage area. So we are mentioning that clearly, we are mentioning like, so the pick only the column 1, column 2, and then column 3. Don't pick column 4 and column 5, right? And then load only these things and then into this table. That's the meaning of this. Now let's observe this one here. When you execute this, what it will do now? It has been uploaded. It has been uploaded, right? The file has been uploaded. So these are the number of columns. So if you check the data here, select star from emp underscore sc. See this one, observe. See this, only 3 columns has been loaded from the stage to the, even though if you have additional columns in a stage, so we are going to pick only the specific columns in a table. This is the
Suppose the
puzzle,
data file
right?
have 10 columns and we need only 1357. We should use $1, $3, $5, $7.
$3, exactly. specific
Okay.
column numbers we need to mention in a sequence. So that is the one challenging thing. So before implementing this, we need to know exact column. So which all the things we have to pick. So then only it is possible. So now, so what we have done here, so we have created, right, the tables. I mean the table stage. Did we created a table stage? No, right? We have utilized the table stage. Whenever the table is created, table stage will be created. Here what we have done, after the creation of the table, by using a put command, we kept the file into the stage area. And what is the restriction of the table stage area? One table stage file, it will not allow you to load into the another table. It will not allow you to load into another table. For example, every table stage, it has to be utilized their own table stage area only. Cross table stages will not be allowed here. So that is the restriction of the table stage. If you wanted to pick only the specific columns, what we have to do, we have to specify $1 and $2. If you wanted to like specify specific file names, what we have to use, we have to use a pattern option. We have to use pattern option. And one more thing here, whatever the files we are going to keep it here in all the stages, right? Suppose here we have 3 files, and then here we have another one file, right? In the particular different stages, we are keeping a different files, right? Whatever the files we are keeping it here, all these files, it will occupy a storage. If you observe here, see this one. If you go to the account, if you wanted to see that, just try to explore what all the options we are having in this. Okay, so just click on the account, and then if you observe, see this one, usage, and then average storage usage. Just click on this. What you can observe, so we have total storage, and then database, and then stage, and then fail safe. If you click on a stage, you can able to observe that it is calculating the how much stage we are utilizing, calculating the usage, storage usage for the stages also, right? The best practices is, so what we are going to do is, once that file is uploaded into that particular table, from the stage to the table, we will remove it. We will remove that particular file. If you wanted to remove from the file, we have to use rm command. ls means list, means list. So we are going to use a list. Rm here is removing. Remove what you wanted to remove. So from this particular, so this particular stage we wanted to remove. From this particular stage, we wanted to remove the file. See this one, file has been removed. So this is always once it is loaded. So if you think that, okay, this is not required, the later we can able to remove that particular file. The best practices what we will do is, we will use a purge option. We will come to that later. If you observe, see this one, purge equal to true option is available. This option when to use, so in the when we are executing the command, we will see that later. And so when it is coming to here we have a restrictions, right? User level restriction and table level restriction when we are working with this. But so generally what will happen is, most of the time we will use named stage only. Named stage have to be created. Named stage will have some additional properties also, some additional properties. It will take some time to discuss. What we will do is, we will so stop it here, and then so we'll come to the so Q&A session. So let me check it in the questions for the chat window. So
In the RM command that you
mm,
tried
mm,
directly the stage
stage name.
stage name instead of the file
Mm,
name, right?
correct, correct. Just I have given the stage name, and then just it will remove whatever the files is available. Generally what we will do
Will
is,
remove all the files related to that table
that
stage.
particular stage. Yes,
Mm.
correct. Generally what we will do is, in a copy command itself, after completion of the load, we will use a purge here. Then it will be removed all the files.
Okay.
Yeah. and then how to like so see the like I mean how to validate a file, and then how to like pick only valid records, how to avoid invalid things, how to process, how to know the specific columns. I mean, which file came from which record came from which file particular. For example, if you observe here, this data loaded from three files, but from which file, so which row it has been loaded, all these things also we will see in the next session. So I am uploading the on the daily basis the session as well as recorded session as well as the videos also. You can able to see that here. So let me show you. This is the drive for us, right? So in this particular drive, if you
Can
go to this, if
you ping
anyone
the
is not
drive?
having if anyone is not having access, right, so please so reach out the organizer, they will provide the access. See this one, this is the last session class. This is the video, and then this is the material for you to practice. And then the today's session, so I have given this one, right? This is the details, right? I will so provide this in a this particular link here. Okay.
Hello. Hi.
Can you ping that link in the chat room?
Yes, I have given.
Yeah. Hello, Dinesh.
Yes.
I mean, can I have the SQL, like a course document or something, anything
Yeah,
related to
sure.
SQL?
I will upload today. What I will do is I will upload
Mm.
the basic SQL concepts, the self-learning material here in
Yeah.
the same drive. Okay,
Okay.
please go
Okay.
through that once if anyone
Okay.
is not having. Okay,
Okay.
if you are
Thank
unable to understand, let me know. Okay, so I will so provide some videos also for that, the basic understanding of the SQL and the database. Okay.
And if you have 2 minutes, I would like to show the issue that
Yes.
I have. Can I share my screen? Can you allow the sharing?
Dinesh, I have a couple of
Go ahead.
questions. Shall I ask?
Yes, Manohar.
Uh, so the first one is the primarily the how do we do this in a automation way instead of manual upload?
Yeah. Mm,
So
we
will
have
are
a
we going
option
to
for we have
yeah,
a option for Snowpipe implementation. We are going to cover those things. I will show you how to do that. But here
okay, all
everything
right.
we are doing manually. So
Hmm,
whenever the file comes into the like a location, right? Any location,
yeah,
automatically it is going to be uploaded. Okay, we will
okay,
see that how to do.
okay, all right, yeah.
So, Dinesh, like we have got different stages, right? What
Mm,
exactly is the purpose? I mean, why are we defining the stages?
just a restriction, user level restriction and table level restriction. Any confidential files if you are using only for the user level, you can go with the user level. If only for a table level, you can go with the table level. So generally, if you don't have any restriction, commonly it can be used for any of the users. For example, we are all working in a team.
Mhm.
If I am placing the file, any other team members also can able to use. Then I will use a name stage area. If I don't want to so give the access to others, then I can use a user stage area. It will be like that.
But if you load the data into the table, everyone can view it, right?
Table you can use. Yeah, table we can give the table level restrictions, right? Access, like a role based access control, we can restrict the users to whom we will have a control.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
that will be
user stage is only is only valid only for that particular user. No other user can you view it.
yes.
But if you load the same data into the table, everyone can view it.
Everyone can view it based on the access. If the user is having the access, then they can able to. If they don't have access, they cannot.
Okay, is there any order, Dinesh, like this takes precedence on this of the stages?
There is no order. Normally, what we will use is normally we will use a name stage. Okay,
Use
if
it.
you
Okay.
don't have any restriction. Yeah.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And Dinesh, do we have any document on these stages?
Yes, I have uploaded it.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Dinesh, this is Mohan here.
Yeah.
So do we have the same approach policy on the same on this table stage as well?
Table stage or policy.
Like, yeah, which means like retention policy. How long the
Retention,
time
yeah,
should
yeah, that is a different. Yes, this the table stages, right? Always every stage it will be 14 days only. Every stage, it's a user stage, table stage, or name stage. It will be 14 days. But table level, the retention, and then there is a different table types is available, like
Oh,
permanent table, transient table, and then so kind of a temporary. That is a different concept. So that retention is different. Okay, we will come to that. Yeah. Any other questions?
When we say actually, just it's based on timestamp or it's based on the date. What I'm trying to understand is like, if it is 14 days, so
Based on
every
timestamp when we
there's
have
on timestamp,
created it.
right? So
Exactly.
yeah, so there will be a script on the back and it runs every second
Yes.
or
Mm,
3 seconds or something, right? Every second, so it's on. Okay, there will be a pressure already on the. Okay,
mhm.
there will be an additional load, right? Actually, to identify and which file is 14 days and what to
That
delete.
yeah, everything will be done in the back end. Yeah, so we no need to worry about that. But the files has been already uploaded in the Google Drive. And so if you don't have access, please check with the organizer. Okay, they will provide the access to you.
Is this 14 days setup? Is it somewhere
Mhm.
it is present? Can we alter that or see that it's not
These 14
visible?
days, we cannot able to do anything related to the stages. That is not possible. But when it is coming to the tables, right? Tables,
Hmm,
there is a retention policy is available. There we can able to alter it.
okay. And this is as of now, we actually local put command is based on how we actually we are getting the file from the local disk. Is it the
Correct.
same path being used for if it is an Amazon S3 or Azure
No,
or
no, no. No.
no?
The approach will be the same, but the process is different. So we should
Okay.
have some integration objects, and then we should have some like external stages. We are going to create external stages for that with a URL. Okay, that is a
Hmm.
different process.
Okay. We are going to cover that, right?
Yeah. We have those topics here.
Okay.
Just a minute, Kiran. I'm giving the control to you. Yeah.
Sure.
in the meantime, Manohar, sorry, can I ask you a
Yes,
question
yes.
here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just before, like Manohar was talking about some overhead operations, like in the
Given the
backend, it
control
has
to you,
to.
Kiran. Yeah.
In the backend, it has to calculate which file is 14 days or something, like it has to delete those files and all. Here, one or two files is okay. If it is in production or real time use cases, there will be like a lot of like thousands of or sometimes millions of files also, right? Probably. So in that case, so overhead operations might be difficult to, run the operations in the backend. So is that the correct question, Manohar, if I understand correctly?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah,
Kind of
that's the
same
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
same thing he's asking. It's like the complete SAS. They are going to take care of that. For example, it's a complete like a database backup recovery. Okay, it is a headache for the admins, right? And then like versioning management, patch management. So all these things services. So they are responsible for that. So we don't need to worry about that. That's why so Snowflake we used to call it as a complete so software as a service.
Okay. Yeah. Since it is managed purpose.
Yep.
Please handle.
Kiran, I given the control to you. You can share your screen.
Okay. Just a second. I'm trying to share my desktop. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Now, right?
Yes, yes, I can see.
So I
One,
created a table EMP user just to test that one. After that, I checked the area. I tried copying the file employee data or CSV. I'll try to show you what I'm this one. I think I have already opened. I'll show you. This is the format. The same file I tried with a rename in the other EMP table from load table option on the UI. Okay.
mm-hmm.
But when I tried using this put file colon this path dot CSV, it's telling me operation not permitted. I don't
Can
know.
you 1 second? Can you show me the put command here?
Yeah, sure. But you want me to copy this and give it to you?
No, I can see only this list tables screen.
Oh, it's not showing fully.
Not showing fully. Just a minute.
Can you
Yeah.
see now?
Yes, yes, yes. Do one thing. So keep it in any like a drive instead of the users, and then try it once.
This one I created this personal folder separately. So you were saying
It is showing the user, right?
so under downloads or some other folder you're telling me
Yep,
to.
yep. Don't keep it in downloads or don't keep it in desktop. Keep it in
Okay.
some folder and then try to implement it.
Under documents. Try. Documents personal. We need to keep triple slashes, right?
Three, yes, triple slashes.
The
Path.
getting one more actually. The documents.
No, if you keep anywhere, the users is the default one.
Yeah.
Mac has only one drive.
You can see, right, the path it is taking like that. Ah, it worked. It's taking like after 3 slashes, the full path. It worked.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Please practice. Yeah.